Hi guys, I'm just doing a wee video. It was just to let you know that I can't go live or nothing, so I'm outside the Daily, what is that? Daily Record, the Sunday Mail and the Daily Mirror in the Glasgow. And I brought my wee stuff, look. So it was just to let you know guys what's happening. So I think you can see this one probably on the pole. Yep. So please join us on Sunday at George Square. We will be raising awareness for about the institutional abuse in Scotland by all our institutions, the corruption in our government and the failure to protect our children. Also want to raise awareness about grooming gangs that are running at large in Glasgow city centre just now. Guys, I haven't been live, I can't go live on Facebook and Bard and stuff, but it was just to say to yous, I don't know if yous know, but Police Scotland have required emergency shelters for mass fatalities, in the case of mass fatalities, for the next 24 months. So we're looking in to find out what the shelters are for. So, yep, Police Scotland are looking for shelters for mass fatalities, and I'm out here as Glasgow has secret grooming gangs. I'll read what's on here. Since 2016 there have been 65,000 sexual crimes committed against children in Scotland, and that's only the reported cases. Since 2018, 27,000 children have went missing in Scotland. Scotland has secret grooming gangs, paedophile rings, and that the mainstream media and the government keep hidden from the public. 3 years ago, Scotland had 100 members of a grooming gang that's running about Glasgow city centre as we speak. 4 of them were deported, so there's still 96 members of this grooming gang. The mainstream media, these people here, the mainstream media and Police Scotland kept it all hidden for the public, guys. So the mainstream media, Police Scotland, kept it hidden from the Scottish public that there was a grooming gang raping young girls in Glasgow city centre, at Glasgow's 4 corners in the city and right across Scotland. I'm trying to think what else. So also we're looking into as well that the Scottish Government have just signed mandates to pay lobbyists. They've just contributed money to pay lobbyists to campaign to lower the age of consent to 10 years old in Scotland for children. They've also brought in a programme into the schools. The programme in the schools is sexualising children from 5 years old. It's going to teach sex education to 5-year-olds. Now, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be wanting my 5-year-old learning how to masturbate. Scotland is an absolute joke. The Scottish Child Abuse Inquiry is the reason. There's been satanic ritual abuse, there's been murder, there's been kidnap, there's been trafficking. All these things have been found to be in the Scottish Child Abuse Inquiry, that Scotland's institutions for decades and decades have been guilty of severe abuse, sexual abuse and murdering children. There's also a mass, I know it's a lot of information guys, but I'm just trying to be quick in case my battery runs out here. There's also there's mass child grave sites across the whole of Scotland. We're going to be looking into getting them dug up. There's one in Lanark, St Mary's Cemetery in Lanark. There's at least 400 children in unmarked graves in there, victims of child abuse in Scotland's institutions. There's also, guys, I don't know if you remember, I did the Kamloops residential school in Canada, where the Queen and the royal family took 10 Indian children from the Indian residential school in Kamloops village. So they took these children and they were never seen again. There's a citizen's arrest warrant out for the Queen. We'll see this village where they've taken these children. There's a newspaper article you can go and Google, and it was 215 children found near the Kamloops residential video. So this stuff's starting to come out in the mainstream media. We are telling you the truth, guys. The people that's running our country and our institutions Scotland's legal society, the judges, they're all part of a massive paedophile ring, and they've been raping, trafficking, murdering their children for decades, and they're literally all getting caught across the worldwide just now. As I said, go and research that story. There's 215 children, deaths unknown, etc., as young as 3 years old, being found, indeed just children, next to the Kamloops residential village. They won't be the only ones, guys, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Also, I want to briefly say, years ago, Bernardo's charity, the original Bernardo's, he was in court 88 times for kidnapping charges. He was stealing children and falsifying their birth certificates and sending Scottish children and children for the United Kingdom to Canada and the British Empires again. So they stole children, they worked in tow with social services and the Scottish Government, Bernardo's charity, so they did, a way back decades ago, to remove the travellers' children from them. So this was all Scottish travellers' children. Social services bullied them, and they went in and harassed them and bullied them until they retaliated, and then they removed their children. These children they never got their children back. It was to solemnly destroy their culture. You can research that as well. The government brought a policy out to remove travellers' children. So here is the alarming thing, guys, right? So also school teachers last week, there's been a lot happening in the last couple of weeks. School teachers a couple of weeks ago get documents and they have to go on a course. It's a 36-page dossier, and they have to go on a course to learn how to spot the signs of activist children in school. So see, like, if you don't agree to wear a mask or be vaccinated, school teachers are going to be trained soon to spot that in your child, and social services, you'll be reported to social services. This is the worrying thing. See, if you don't agree to what everybody's doing, it looks like social services are going to be working again with Bernardo's charity to remove your children, to make you force you to do what you're told. This is what we're campaigning about. It won't be happening. So not only, right now, social services, instead of supporting children and families, they're literally bullying them, no supporting anybody, and the minute people are getting stressed out and nervous and anxiety and stuff, they're removing their children. Rather than sending in support to support these mothers and stuff, they're removing them, or they're putting them on supervision orders. This isn't normal, guys. Like, this just isn't normal what's going on now. I don't know what's going on, right, but as I said, Police Scotland, go and research this, and maybe you can ask the government, but Police Scotland are looking to secure emergency shelters in the case of mass fatalities in Scotland for the next 24 months in case of mass fatalities. That's, to me, is really alarming, why they want these shelters. So, and we've also got a military camp in Paisley, guys. I don't know if it's a quarantine camp, I don't know what it is, right, but there's a quarantine camp. Also, I just wanted to say as well, guys, right, see coming close to, like, the schools now, like, I don't know if these quarantine camps are because, now, they've already been taught to spot your child if they don't want to wear a mask, if they're not complying to everything, and if they be reported to social services. But there was also last year, just at the latter end of last year, they tried to quarantine a full school and send the parents text messages to say that their children were to be home for 12 days. Caused an absolute outrage, and people just didn't listen. But it caused an absolute outcry. But just be careful, because there might be quarantine facilities, and the last time they tried to do it with 12 children, they quarantined the whole class, and they sent the parents text messages to say their children were to be home for 12 days. Now, I know if that was my child, I'd be outside that school, absolutely going crazy. But so that's a wee update on everything that's going on, guys. So Police Scotland are looking to secure shelters in case of mass fatalities over the next 24 months. The military is in Paisley. There's a military base camp in Paisley. There's 5 of these camps all over the United Kingdom, but there's one in Paisley, just up by Glasgow Airport. It's all fenced off. And as I said, Police Scotland are now looking for emergency shelters in case of mass fatalities. So again, guys, that's all I wanted to say. And me and Laura are going to be at George Square every Sunday from now on, every Sunday at 1 o'clock. and it's only for child abuse and survivors of child abuse. And we'll be raising awareness about the Scottish Child Abuse Inquiry, the secret grooming gangs in Scotland, the paedophile rings in our legal system and legal society, the paedophile rings in our court systems. And I also wanted to say, me and Laura are going to be campaigning over the next few months. This is why we're going to George Square this Sunday, because we're going to be campaigning for paedophile rings. I don't know if you've heard about that paedophile ring for Townhead, but 2 of them have committed suicide while they're waiting in sentencing. Why are they letting paedophiles back out into the streets of Scotland after they've already been found guilty of raping children? Why are they not straight remanded and sent to prison and to wait in their sentences and their court cases? Why are they getting sent into houses to whether they can either kill themselves or rape more children? It's not on. So me and Laura are going to be campaigning, guys, to try and help get the laws changed so that paedophiles get straight remands. Laura's wrote to all the MSPs, and quite a few of them have got back to her. So we'll let you know how we got on with that, guys, right? But we're campaigning just now to try and get paedophiles straight remands in Scotland. So here's my wee leaflet for George Square, and I'll read it to you. This is for Sunday, right? So it just says, YouTube Expose Scotland, Facebook Expose Scotland. Sunday the 6th of June, George Square, 1 PM. Please join us in our fight to raise awareness and help end child exploitation, trafficking and abuse, and the failures by our institutions, establishments and justice system and legal society. Help us fight against a corrupt government failing to protect Scotland's children. We aim to raise awareness of the dangers of our children in Scotland's streets and institutions, raise awareness of child sexual abuse and the failures by Scotland's institutions, corruption within social services and how they are responsible for trafficking and exploitation, secret grooming gangs raping girls kept hidden from the public by mainstream media and police. So that's the secret grooming gangs I was telling you about, guys. They've been kept hidden for the mainstream media and the police. There's a member of Scotland's worst paedophile ring. James Rennie, Neil Strachan were the 2 main ones. Well, the members of that paedophile ring have all been released in Scotland under new identities. So me and Laura are getting onto that to find out where they are. And this is serious, guys. These guys get prosecuted and found guilty, and they get 9 years. 9 years was the most any of them done. And their crimes were raping babies. They raped, one of the babies was 3 months old, and they raped it and distributed the child rape videos worldwide. They get 9 years in Scotland and they're now free under new identities. So this is why we're going to be at George Square every Sunday for Scotland's justice system's a shambles. Scotland's corruption in Scotland's judges, lawyers, paedophile rings is a shambles. They're covering up child abuse on a massive scale. Scotland's justice system's protecting paedophiles. They've currently got rehabilitation programmes for paedophiles. You can't rehabilitate a paedophile. It's an illness, it's a sickness. Stop wasting your money trying to rehabilitate these guys. Seriously, like we need to get something sorted. You cannot rehabilitate fucking you cannot rehabilitate a child rapist. It's not going to happen. They're never going to change. Stop putting them next to school. Stop protecting them in society because they don't deserve protection. You need to start seriously addressing this problem with paedophiles in Scotland and paedophile rings in the legal system, paedophile rings in social services, paedophile rings in the care homes, paedophile rings and across the whole of Scotland. So guys, this is what we're trying to do on a Sunday at George Square, is get the word out there, raise awareness about the hidden paedophilia in Scotland and the absolutely disgusting sentences and the hidden grooming gangs and the children that are in mass grave sites, the victims of Scotland's institutions, victims of murder in Scotland's institutions. This is what we're going to be covering, and we're going to be at George Square every Sunday, just solemnly for survivors and to raise awareness about the child abuse in the United Kingdom and Scotland, about the secret grooming gangs and paedophile rings. We'll be at George Square every Sunday. And thanks, guys. This was just a wee quick video where I was out today putting posters all over Glasgow, posters about grooming gangs, trying to raise awareness, and I thought I would come here and do a wee video since I can put on YouTube and Facebook later. So that's Facebook Expose Scotland and YouTube Expose Scotland, and me and Laura will be in George Square every Sunday at 1 o'clock giving out information, raising awareness, giving out leaflets and raising awareness about the child abuse and the exploitation in Scotland. So please join us, guys, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. Hopefully see you on Sunday. Cheers, good evening, have a great night, love yous all, see you soon.